Hey guys, welcome back to Vegan as Fork.
All right, today we have a little bit of a different video for you today. We don't have a recipe video. We are not only a vegan food channel, we are a vegan activist channel. So we would like to share with you today 50 totally doable things, some small, some not so small, that you can actually do today to help save the planet.
And this is not meant to be preachy or anything. There are a lot of things on this list that
we don't do.
Working on.
Right. This is hashtag goals.
Yeah, so we're working on it too. We're all in this together.
Yes.
Let's save the planet.
The thing that I want to stress also is you don't have to be perfect.
No, every little bit counts.
Exactly. And I mean every little bit adds up. It's drops that make a bucket. It's not a bucket that makes a bucket.
Right.
It's drops, and they all add up. And these are things that are recurring, some of them every day, and that adds up over the course of a year. You'd be surprised to find out how much of a difference something so small makes.
Well,
let's begin. 50 things. First of all, I think this is probably one of the bigger things that really adds up, and you just don't realize it until you start saving all of those reusable grocery bags.
Yeah. I know a few states at least have already gotten a jump on this, like California, I want to say. They charge you extra to get plastic bags.
Well, we shop at Aldi.
Yes.
And they don't provide you with bags. Sam's Club does not provide you with bags. So already they're doing their part, but I believe New York State has already signed it into legislation that they are not allowed to give out the grocery bags anymore, the plastic ones. So I'm not sure exactly when that is going to be taking effect, but I believe it is in the works.
That's exciting.
Yes.
I mean, one of the big things here is to cut down or get rid of single-use plastics.
Yes.
So like you said, plastic bags.
Use reusable grocery bags. A small investment will take you a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got confused for a second.
Yeah.
Next.
Reusable coffee cups. If you're going to Starbucks on the daily, BYOC. Bring your own cup. And then that cup will not be going into the landfill that they give you.
I don't drink coffee, but yes.
Yeah. Or, any Dunkin' Donuts. They will fill your cup.
They will fill your cup.
Yeah. Reusable utensils and straws. Everybody should have reusable straws. There's no reason for you to take a plastic straw and put that into the garbage. Take it one step further. Get your own set of utensils that you carry around in your purse with you. They make them in a little carrier. Use them when you get your takeout.
Yeah.
Put them back in, bring them home, wash them, and bring them back the next time.
I was out with my friends one time for dinner, and I swear, my one friend was like, "Whoop, I got our straws." She pulled some metal straws out of her bag. It was such a baller move.
I love it. All right, get a water filter. Don't buy and transport water from the store to your house when you can drink your tap water. Some people complain, my tap water is gross. It's not good enough.
Some areas have great tap water.
Yeah, we don't. We have purchased a Berkey water filter.
Which is on the pricier side.
The original outlay was about $300, but it has saved us so much money in filtered water.
You can get cheaper filters too. They're the ones that go right on your tap.
On the faucet, yeah. I wanted the Berkey because it was the best, and I did the math, and I figured out that it would pay for itself for us in less than 6 months.
There you go.
So, yeah, we're on the plus side now. Reusable water bottles. Fill up your Berkey into your reusable water bottles, and I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, right? Don't buy plastic water bottles.
Yeah.
It's very bad.
Single-use plastic.
Exactly. Get a soda stream.
This is something.
This is life-changing for us.
We've recently started using. We've had our soda stream for a really long time, but now we finally put our
put our money where our mouth is.
We put our feet down and we were like, you know what? We need to stop buying seltzer water because we can just make it. We have a soda stream. So we've been doing that lately and it feels really good.
It does. And it's less for us to recycle too. Part of the whole recycle thing is reduce, reuse, and recycle. So you reduce what you're recycling even. Reusable coffee filters. This is something that I started doing recently. I did baby steps. I've gone from a Keurig, very bad, to reusable Keurig, to a reusable, rinsable coffee filter even. If you use a French press, fantastic. All you're throwing out is the grounds, and even those you could put in a compost pile.
Right.
So don't use the Keurig plastic things. They're terrible. Use reusable containers instead of bags or plastic wrap. So if you're putting your kid's sandwich in a sandwich bag, that's terrible. That's single-use plastic. Or if you're wrapping up your leftovers with some saran wrap over the top, just get a container. Tupperware. I
guess Tupperware is the brand.
It's branding.
Whatever. But yeah, we have a set of glass containers that we really love. Those are nice.
They're really nice.
I think those are better than plastic. But if you can get like a multi-use, like reusable plastic, that's also a step in the right direction.
Yeah. Use Silpat instead of aluminum foil when you're baking. All you got to do is rinse it off and, wash it, put it back in the cabinet. Nothing is going in the garbage when you're using the Silpat. Use reusable gift bags.
This is something we've been doing for a really long time. So this is also because we're lazy. But
I think we actually have been doing this for at least 20 years.
Possibly.
Or more.
Yeah, especially around Christmas. People go through a lot of wrapping paper. We decided we didn't feel like wrapping presents, and we just didn't want to deal with all the paper.
Right.
So we would get just
Christmas fabric
like
on sale.
Christmas fabrics and sew them up into reusable bags.
All different sizes, from small to humongous.
Yeah, and we've been using the same ones over and over and over again. And it's really cool to be like, oh, I remember when we got this fabric and this one and this one.
It's a real walk down memory lane. Memory lane, sorry. And we don't have a giant can full of wrapping paper on the day after Christmas.
Yeah.
Like everybody else does. So
well, that's not everybody else. Don't be like that.
You're right. Use e-tickets and e-books instead of buying with the actual thing.
The whole don't waste paper thing. I need to get better about this because I'm kind of a book addict. So I have a Kindle and...
Right. You just got it last year, right?
No, like 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
I am using it. I get books on there, but then every once in a while there's a book that I'm like, ooh, I really want that hard copy.
But we're not perfect.
Yeah, I try not to buy physical books that I'm only planning on reading once. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, you could also go to the library.
You could.
That's cool too.
Bank online. Don't go to the bank to deposit checks. Now it's so simple to just take your phone, you take a picture of the check, you send it to the bank, and it's done.
You're also saving paper.
And you have you have the actual check in case that's like your receipt. So that's amazing. Also, opt out of paper bills and statements. Sometimes companies will actually give you a $5 credit on your bill if you opt out of it. So that's nice too, right?
Yeah.
It's an incentive. Here's a big one.
We're kind of moving into the food genre now.
Eat less meat and dairy. Consider vegan. Consider vegetarian.
You don't have to go like full vegan.
Meatless Mondays.
Yeah, you just... Or some people like to go meat-free until dinner or something like that. Every little bit counts. So don't feel like you have to do one extreme or the other.
Right. Yeah, like she said, every little bit helps, but...
If you do want to go vegan, that's cool too.
Yeah. Meat and dairy are one of the largest producers of greenhouse gases that there is, and our planet needs to breathe, and so do we. So consider reducing.
And like the land that is used to raise meat.
Look at the rainforest.
I'm just saying, that land, you could grow so much more food than the food that is produced now.
Mm-hmm. Buy less food in general. I feel like as a society, we are buying more and more food that is going bad and it's ending up in the garbage.
We're definitely guilty of that.
But
we've been getting a lot better.
We have been. We've been working on it. Don't buy styrofoam plates, cups, anything. That stuff takes forever in the landfill to disintegrate, or I don't even know if it does.
I don't know.
It's probably like cockroaches. It's probably going to be here forever. Shop in bulk.
Get phone calls in the middle of your videos. No.
All right. So we were saying shop in bulk. Those freaking hipster bulk sections have some amazing products in there. And oftentimes...
Wait, what's a hipster bulk section?
Where they have all of the stuff lined up in those plastic things, and you pull the handle and it goes into the bag, and you take as many, you take as much as you want, and then you weigh it.
You're saying, yeah, like a reduced waste or no waste store.
Zero waste.
Yeah.
Not even, they have it at the supermarket now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you can buy nuts in bulk, you can buy grains in bulk, you can buy candy in bulk.
And you don't have to worry about the packaging.
Bring your own jars.
Yeah. Sometimes that can be hard to find, though, if you're in, like...
But now they have it at...
a desert or something. Well, we do. I'm just saying, there's a lot of areas of the country that might not have that yet.
Is pretty standard now. Like,
all right. Well, look out
most
for
supermarkets have limited bulk sections, but like we said,
I thought you meant bulk as in like Sam's Club.
No. This is like at the supermarket.
But you can save money that way.
You could.
This is not a money video, but it kind of is.
Yeah. Well, that's the bonus. People don't realize that they're saving money and helping the planet at the same time, so it's like an added bonus. Buy local produce. Try and hit up a farmer's market. They often sell for less because they don't have to transport it. When you go to the supermarket and you're buying like strawberries in the wintertime, they're out of season for us, so they have to be shipped from pretty far away. So not only is that using like fuel to get them over here, you're paying more also. So like in the summertime, try and go to a farmer's market. It's really a lot cheaper. Your money's going to go a lot further. And it's gonna be better for the environment too, and you're supporting local businesses too, which is awesome. Grow a garden of your own. It's so much fun.
It actually is really fun to like see the progress and enjoy the vegetables of your labor or fruit.
Yeah,
whatever you're growing.
It's nice, and you're saving a lot of money, kind of.
Yeah. Oh my God, our eggplants like exploded this year, and those are expensive. So
yeah. Some of our crops didn't work out, but it's a learning curve.
Yeah, so now we know what to plant next year and what to avoid.
Compost pile. I like to actually put out stuff for the animals. I don't do a compost pile, but the animals appreciate what I send out to them. I would like in the future to do some composting, but right now, I'm just sharing with the animals, and they love it. I haven't seen any leftovers, so... Yeah.
All right, well, now we have some, like, hygiene stuff.
Personal stuff.
Yeah.
Use a menstrual cup. You cannot believe how much that adds up to put those sanitary products in the trash every month.
Yeah, they're expensive.
Again, saving money.
I think this is better for you, too.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Because a lot of those products, they use chemicals to manufacture them.
We actually made a video about this, if you guys look on our channel.
Right.
For more information.
Yeah. I found this one out to be true fairly recently. Bar soap saves money, saves the plastic packaging, because they're oftentimes wrapped in paper containers. And I feel like you use less water to rinse it off than you do to use the liquid soaps. Cool. So I would advocate for bar soaps.
We've been working on that. We've been using more bar soaps.
Reusable makeup remover towels.
Oh my God! My sister introduced me to microfiber cloths.
Yeah, she used to
last
sell
year
Norwex.
or the year before. Yeah, And it's made a huge difference because those makeup remover wipes are so expensive. They just sit in the landfills. So these cloths are reusable.
They do
a
as
great
good
job.
a job. Yeah, they're fantastic.
I don't even use cleanser on my face anymore.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Don't let the water run while you're washing your teeth or hands.
Yeah.
Put your water on your brush, turn off the water. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory, right? If you're not using the water for anything, turn it off.
Yeah.
Also, take a shower instead of a bath. You'll save many, many gallons.
True.
Use natural cleaning supplies. Whatever you're putting into the environment is something that's going to hurt it. So if you're using, potentially, I mean, it's going to hurt it. So if you're using something that's natural, it's going to take less to equalize it in the environment. So if it's something like essential oils or, not chemicals, it's going to be much better for the environment.
And probably safer for your pets, too, if you have pets.
Probably safer for you, too.
Yeah.
Like if you wash your clothes in natural soaps instead of like, big chemicals and, bleaches and everything, it's going to be better for the environment and you.
Right.
We don't have any babies anymore, but I don't know. I've never done this, use the washable diapers, but apparently there's a huge movement with millennial moms to use the washable diapers, and I say great.
I think that's wonderful. I don't know if I would be strong enough to do it myself.
Yeah.
But
I mean, this is what they did before they had disposable diapers.
True.
Everything old is new again.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. Turn off the lights when you're out of the room.
Yeah, let's talk about some, energy stuff.
Yeah. I mean, this goes along with, the water. If you're not using it, turn it off.
Yeah,
so
if you're not in the room, you don't need the light on.
Yep.
If a tree falls in your living room, does the light need to be on to capture it?
With the same vein, turn down the heat when you're not at home. Those Nest thermostats are phenomenal. They learn when you're not home and when you're home because, you program it and you let it know, look, I'm going to be out at work, blah, 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 this amount of time. Turn on the heat 15 minutes before I get home. And you'll save a lot of money if you use one of those programmable thermostats.
That's pretty cool.
Even just turn it down a little bit as you're going out the door. Use rechargeable batteries. That's a no-brainer, too. They might be a little bit more expensive when you first buy them.
Yeah.
But you're not repurchasing the same the same batteries over and over again and putting those chemicals into the landfill. Because
Dad has been on that wagon for years and years.
Oh, yeah. Over 20 years, for
Dad
sure.
Dad is the battery
Maybe
king.
30 years. This is something that, when the twisty bulbs came out, we jumped on that. You save a lot of money with those twisty...
Well, we're talking about light bulbs now.
Oh, right.
By the way.
The twisty light bulbs save a lot of money. But the LED light bulbs, holy cow. You are saving so much money, especially if you replace your Christmas lights with LED Christmas lights. Ooh. I remember one year we had just bought new lights. We bought the LED ones. They said you could put 80 sets of lights strung together and on one circuit. In the past, you could put maybe 3 or 4 sets of the regular lights,
sounds
Christmas
like you're
lights.
Ready for the Christmas light showdown now.
Yeah, it's crazy. It saves so much. It's incredible.
Yeah.
All right, so now with the heating again, we're wearing blankets right now because
yay!
We like to keep our heat and air. Well,
I don't like it, but
yeah, we like to keep it down because it saves money. It's better for the environment. We unfortunately have oil heat in this house, which I would not have if I could afford to change it. Exactly. The house we had before this one had natural gas. This one, unfortunately, has oil, and I don't want to use a lot of it. It's not good for the environment, and it's not good for my wallet either.
Yeah, so layer up.
Yeah, exactly. Layer up. Close off we found this to be true. Close off the rooms that you're not using, like the bedrooms. Turn down the heat in those rooms and use, or if you only have one zone or two zones, you just use a space heater in the room that you're in.
Right.
And you'll save so much electricity.
Yeah, the space heaters really make a huge difference.
Yeah. We spend the majority of our time in the kitchen and in the living room, and we turn down the heat in the rest of the house and just use the space heater in the living room, and we save so much. And we have a pretty efficient space heater as well. I think it only costs about $1 of electricity a day to run the space heater. So it is very efficient. Choose energy efficient appliances. This is something that you don't do every day, but the results from choosing the more energy efficient ones add up every day.
I mean, you'll probably pay a little bit more, but
not necessarily.
I'm sure the prices are coming down.
They often offer rebates, and I just got a card from our electricity provider. If you upgrade your refrigerator, they will give you a rebate, and they will also come and pick up your old refrigerator and recycle it for you.
Wow.
So they're giving you incentives because they want you to use less electricity, because they can't provide the amount of electricity that a growing population is needing. So any way that they can help you reduce, they will help you reduce.
Right.
Plan several stops for one trip.
Yeah, so this is all about like transportation and everything. So to avoid using so much fuel, if you kind of like pool all of your errands together
Right.
on the same day, you don't have to go out as many times.
Exactly. Carpool. Is there somebody that you can buddy up with, and maybe one of your coworkers, you know?
A friend?
Yeah. I mean, take turns driving.
Yeah.
Instead of both of you driving the same place, you know. Instead of meeting somebody at the mall, meet at one person's house and drive to the mall. It'll save
my
some
friends do that a
yeah,
lot.
it'll save some energy. If you live near shops or where you work, consider walking or riding your bike. Or take the elevator or the stairs. I mean, instead of the elevator, take the stairs. I got confused.
Okay.
Buy a smaller, when it's time, I mean, I don't mean just go
These
out.
are things to do today. Buy a car.
If you're in the market for a new car, go and try and buy a smaller car or an electric car or a more efficient car. Also, rebates to consider. I believe the government offers rebates on the electric cars.
Yeah.
But consider this. There are so many SUVs out there that people don't need to be driving. When we replaced our car, I wanted to get an SUV, and my husband said, that is such a gas guzzler.
Yeah.
Let's get a smaller car. And I said, well, what if we buy something at the store and we want to bring it home? Well, our Lowe's and Home Depot offer rent-a-truck for $20 an hour.
That's great.
It is so much cheaper to use that rent-a-truck for the 1 or 2 or 3 times even that you need to bring something big home from the store than to maintain that SUV throughout the year. So consider a smaller car instead of an SUV.
Nice.
It's so much more fun to drive a smaller car too, because you could really zip around.
I don't know. I've only ever driven a small car.
Donate your old clothes. Don't throw them out.
Yes.
People don't realize that clothes that are not in good shape are also donatable, because the way it works is these clothes are usually sold to a middle person company. And that company takes the clothes and sorts them. Some go for shipment overseas to underprivileged countries. Some are for sale in thrift stores. And the ones that can't fit into those two categories are usually ground up to make new fibers.
Oh, yeah, okay, that's cool.
So even if your clothing is not wearable, please still donate it because it will fit into one of those 3 categories.
Yeah. I mean, and if you want to make some money off of your clothes, you could also sell them. There are a lot of apps that you can use. I was thinking about starting a Depop account, but I don't really know that much about it. So if you guys have any experience with that, let me know.
Buy secondhand clothes instead of buying new clothes.
Yeah. Thrifting is so huge now.
It is crazy. So much fun, too, because I love vintage clothes.
It's fun, too. Like, okay, of course, if you're looking for something specific, you're going to be disappointed if you don't find it. But it is really fun to be like, ooh, I don't know if I'm going to, find what I'm looking for or not. And maybe you find something that you really like that you weren't necessarily looking for.
Yeah, something that's not in style right now, but, like, it's just so much fun. Half the fun is the hunt. Organize a clothing swap. This is something that I've seen people do online, and I don't have enough friends to do this with. But basically, everybody brings what they would donate or whatever and bring it to a person's house. Everything is laid out in the space. A bell is rung, and you go and grab whatever you want. No questions asked. Just cool. You can take as little or as much as you want. Whatever is not taken at the end is just donated. So that is an awesome way to reuse clothing. And like you're getting clothes that you hadn't had before that other people are like, well, I can't use this. Yeah. But it's just like, and it's such a social thing to do.
Well, this dress that I'm wearing right now is actually a double hand-me-down. My grandma gave it to my sister, and then my sister gave it to me. I really like it. It's cute.
I think it's really cute. Air dry your clothes instead of using a dryer. Yes. Even if you... This is something I started doing in the last...
This is really big in the UK.
5 months, I think. I've started air drying my towels and then just de-wrinkling them for like 1/4 of the time that I would normally dry them. So I'm saving a lot of energy there. And it saves a lot of wear and tear on the actual garments.
I remember when I went abroad, I was doing my laundry for the first time and I was like, okay. Like,
there's no dryer.
What's the deal here?
Yeah.
Get a drying rack.
Right. Yep. Don't wash your clothes as often. Just because you've worn it once doesn't necessarily mean it needs to be washed.
I mean, if it's nasty.
Yeah, I'm saying if it's like workout clothes or something, yes. But most people, if you're wearing a dress or if you're wearing jeans or whatever and you're not like sweating, you don't really need to wash them as often as every time you wear it. Yeah. Avoid fleece. Choose natural fibers instead of fleece. I did not realize this myself until my husband pointed it out that when you launder fleece, microparticles of plastic go out into the environment and into organisms' bodies. And that's bad. It's really bad. Buy classic clothes, not fast fashion.
This is something that I've been working on a lot because I
like
used
a capsule wardrobe.
Yeah, I used to buy, oh my God, so much clothing. And I'm working on paring down and just keeping the essentials and what I actually wear. And if you buy stuff that is just like classic and not super trendy,
it's usually better made.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying you'll hold on to it longer. But if you have something that's like the new thing, it's going to be in style for like 6 months and then nobody's wearing it anymore. It's sad.
It is sad.
You should get stuff or try to get stuff that you're going to be happy with down the line.
Okay, here's a no-brainer. Recycle everything that you possibly can. Everything that you go to put in the garbage can, think, is this something that I can recycle? Don't put plastic in there. Don't put metal in there. Don't put glass in there. But clothing, yes, you can recycle the clothing. An old appliance, you could probably take that to a scrapyard depending on what it's made out of. Yeah. Just think about everything that you put in the garbage can before you put it in the garbage can. Support companies that manufacture their items sustainably. Yes. That is what's going to improve our environment. Because if people can get away with ruining the environment and making things cheaply, that's going to really suck in the long run. If you choose the companies and reward them with your dollars that are doing good things for the environment, those companies are going to thrive.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that right now it might be a little bit more expensive because not as many people are doing it. But if you support companies like that.
Also companies that are ethical, that give a fair wage to manufacture their products instead of companies that have sweatshops and things like that. You don't want to reward them with your dollars. You want to give it to the companies that are treating their employees fairly. And then everybody will be treated fairly.
Right.
Volunteer for cleanups. We do a lot of hiking, and this is something that I've always wanted to do, and we haven't had an opportunity to do it yet. Every so often they have a like hiking cleanup.
Like a trail cleanup day.
Right. But they also offer that in our town, you know, to clean up the streets
and everything.
Yeah. Like Little Leagues usually do it. They have cleanup day before the season starts. Get involved in something like that. It could make a big difference. And it makes your neighborhood look a lot nicer as well. Share the knowledge.
This is the final tip.
This is number 50.
Yes.
Share the knowledge, but don't be a jerk about it.
I really hope this video didn't come off as preachy because we're not
We really
trying
don't
to be
want to
preachy
be
at
preachy.
all.
We just want to work together. We want everybody to do a little something. Some, you know, can do a little. Some can do a little more.
Do what you can.
Exactly. And everything together is going to raise everybody up. All, you know, the tide will raise all boats.
Right.
So we all want our tide to go up so that we can all have a nice place to live and enjoy and have everybody enjoy.
Yeah, so if you guys have more tips,
yes, please
leave them below in the comments.
I know we left a lot out.
This is just
basic. This is what we thought of right away for 50. I mean, we thought of more too, but we wanted to keep it to 50. But let us know what you're doing or what you would what we forgot to mention.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys I hope you don't think we're preachy, because we're not. So let us know.
And we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
So until then,
much love.